show tonight, and we are here again for our conservation conversation. But you guys have been hearing about festivals and other things going on in the community, but we want to specifically talk to you about ways to get you more outside and enjoying the beauty. So tonight, I get to kind of switch gears, and I'm going to get to talk to Brad as the interviewee, if you will. And he's going to talk to us about local trail developments in the Clinch Valley Trail Alliance, or CVTA, because it's Oak Ridge and everything's acronym.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Right. Hey, so thanks. It's awesome to be on this side of the mic tonight, to be the interviewee and not the interviewer. So all the pressure's on you tonight, and excited to talk to you guys about everything that's happening from a trail standpoint and all the opportunities we have here in Oak Ridge.
So Brad's an avid trail user, for those of you that don't know him, but he's also very active in the Oak Ridge community. He's on the city's Recreation and Parks Advisory Board. He's also on the board of the Chamber, and he and I both are on the Community Reuse Organization of East Tennessee board, and he's one of the founding members and the president of CVTA. But I want him to talk a little bit more about his background. He does not brag on himself near as much as he should. He and I have known each other for years, but he's a real cyclist. He's like an elite cyclist. A championship, a state, a national champion. He didn't just learn to ride a bike whenever he was 4 like the rest of us. He took it a little bit further. So I want you to tell us about how you got involved in cycling.
So I'm not going to do that. I'm no longer that level of cyclist. But what I will say is that, having the background that I have and having the ability to race at such a high level for so many years, I was able to travel the country and to ride on different trails across the country, to ride on different roads across the country. And one thing that's kind of brought home to me is the fact that what we have right here in our back door is just as good as anything else that you'll see anywhere you go. And so that's kind of part of why the CVTA even exists. We've got such great natural assets, such great natural resources right here in Oak Ridge, right here in Roane County, Anderson County, that we're just not doing it justice. And so that's one thing that cycling has certainly done for me. It's exposed me to lots of things.
Okay, I'll let you off. So as a founding member of CVTA, tell us exactly what they do.
Yeah, so I'm going to read our mission statement because my board would kill me if I didn't read the mission statement, but then I'll tell you really what we do. And so the Clinch Valley Trail Alliance, we're stewards, we're advocates for the development and preservation of sustainable multi-use trails within Oak Ridge and the greater Roane and Anderson counties. And so that's kind of our mission statement. That's why we exist. But at the end of the day, what we really are partners. And so we partner with different landowners, and we kind of fill the gap that needs to be filled. And so I'll tell you, like right now, Hall Ridge Park, most of you are probably familiar with Hall Ridge Park. We work with the city to be basically the stewards to maintain and preserve that entire 733-acre park. And so our users are out there every day, and so when a tree falls across the trail, we know about it instantly, and we can get that tree removed quicker than probably the city could. And so in that particular role, that's the role we play. Last week, we were facilitating 9 private landowners, the trail easements with the Park and Legacy Parks Foundation in order to build a new trail right here in downtown Oak Ridge, an asset for anyone in Oak Ridge to go use. And so we filled that particular role in that situation. And we're going to hear a little bit more about that trail, I think.
So last month I wasn't here, so we broke up for a minute.
We're back together now.
But I wasn't here. But you guys specifically talked about a trail that you were about to work on in the west end of Oak Ridge, along East Fork Poplar Creek. So tell us how that's going.
Yeah, it's called the East Fork Riparian Trail. A little trivia question. I may have to look up what riparian means, and I'm not a big fan of the name, but I call it the EFRT. So the East Fork Riparian Trail is now, I would say, 90% complete. It's right there by Girls Inc. If you're familiar with East Fork Poplar Creek, kind of goes along that area. It's a 2.5 or 3 mile long trail, 90% complete. Big shout out to the Oak Ridge Rotary, who actually stepped up to give us the funding for the rest of the 10%. So appreciate that. We needed finances for 4 bridges, and that's kind of the remaining piece, and they stepped up and did that for us, and so we're excited about that. And I think we have time. I want to talk about 2 other projects that we have going on that we're really excited about. One is kind of our premium project, what we're really focused on this year. It's a Hall Ridge Skills Park, and so this is a $35,000 investment that the city doesn't have to pay a dime for. We're crowdfunding that. We're getting the grants necessary in order to build a park kind of right outside of Hall Ridge to allow people to kind of advance their skills in mountain biking. So it's going to be great for kids to come. There's going to be a pump track where they can go and ride at any age. My son started riding on a pump track when he was 2 or 3. And it's also going to be a place for people who are advancing in mountain biking to go and practice their skills. And so it's a great asset. It will bring people to the community. And so we're really excited about that. And the next project that we're kind of working on, and I won't talk too much about it, but it's the Greenbelt project. And so it was on the news recently. Some of you may have seen that. So what we're really doing is looking at the momentum that South Knoxville has gotten in terms of, kind of a lifestyle of trails intertwining with the neighborhood. And, we have that ability here in Oak Ridge. And so that's one thing we're really looking at. It's really starting to shape South Knoxville in a positive manner, and we think that capability exists here.
So obviously, a whole lot of things going on. So exactly how can folks get more involved?
Yeah, so our website, clinchvalleytrailalliance.org. You can also, anybody's welcome to come to one of our meetings and just really check out what we've got going on. I mean, there's not enough time, 8 minutes, I think is how 8 minutes isn't long enough to tell you about everything that we're doing and all the positive impacts that we're having on the community. So really excited about it. But clinchvalleytrailalliance.org, go check us out. You can come to our meetings the second Tuesday of every month. Right now we're having the Crafters Brew in that little kitchen, so you can grab some pizza while you sit and listen to me yap about trails. And then also Facebook and Instagram, obviously social media. That's where we're really posting a lot of real-time updates about where we're at, where our work day's occurring, what volunteers we kind of need for particular projects.
Well, obviously, it's great to talk to someone that's so passionate about something, and if you want to find out more about him, Google Brad's Place.
Oh, no, don't Google me.
But there's some really great stuff out there about him in a good way. But anyway, so we will be back, and so thank you again for talking to us, Brad, and join us again for another conservation conversation next time we get together. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.